Hello, everyone. I'll be telling a story from Greek mythology today. It is called Prometheus and the Theft of Fire. There was once two brothers, one named Prometheus and one named Epimetheus. Prometheus means forethought, while Epimetheus means afterthought. There was a war between the gods and the Titans. These two brothers were Titans who sided with the gods and goddesses. The Titans lost the war and were sent down to the underworld by the gods and goddesses. The leader of the gods and goddesses, named Zeus, the god of thunder and lightning, decided to take the two brothers and have them in charge of Earth. There he gave them powers to distribute between animals. So there Epimetheus was giving animals different powers. He gave some the power to swim without having to come up for air, and some the power to fly and soar away, just like the gods do. And so Prometheus was there, sculpting with mud and creating a creature in the likeness of the gods. He was creating humans. And Athena, the goddess of wisdom, breathed them into life. And then he goes over to Epimetheus and says, "Hey, you got any powers left for me?" And Epimetheus goes, "I gave them all away to the other creatures." So none of the humans had any of the powers. They weren't able to fly and weren't able to swim as well as the sea creatures. And Zeus looks down and he goes, "Ha! These humans are perfect. They have our likeness, but they cannot be better than us because they have none of our powers." And so he thought that these people were perfect for worshiping and offering them sacrifices. And so Prometheus did what Zeus told him. Made them two piles for Zeus to choose which offering he would prefer. But Prometheus looked out for the best of his people. So he told them to have on one pile, have a pile of bones with fatty meats on top. And on the other was going to be fur from the animals to keep them warm, lean meat so that they could eat, and then a pile of guts so it would be unappealing to Zeus. So when Zeus comes down and he wants to choose which one, he picks the one with the fatty meats on top. He thinks it's the better option. So he brings it back with him to Mount Olympus, and he shows it to all the gods and goddesses, and he puts it down and uncovers the sack of bones. He goes, "What is this? The people have betrayed me. They tricked me." And so, of course, he's very angry and goes back down to Earth and takes away fire from them. So now they're no longer able to cook, keep themselves warm, or have light during the nighttime. And so, of course, because Prometheus told them to do it this way, he felt really bad about it and decided that he was going to get the fire back from them. And so he grabbed a thin pipe from a plant on Earth, brought it up with him to Mount Olympus, snuck around, crept around, made sure to be very quiet, and stole a little spark from the lightning bolt of Zeus, put it in there, and snuck back onto Earth. Once he was back on Earth, everyone cheered. They were like, "Yes, thank you, Prometheus. We can do all these things now. We got fire for our food. We got fire for hunting, our cooked animals, and everything." They were able to make weapons from this now. And because they were able to make weapons and build civilizations with this fire, they began worshiping kings and queens instead of the gods and goddesses. And this made Zeus very angry because he was no longer being worshipped. There was no sacrifices being made for him. And he blamed Prometheus because Prometheus was at fault. And so Zeus captured Prometheus and chained him to a cliff. And every day a vulture would swoop down and peck away at his liver and tear it apart. And at night his liver would regrow. And in the morning the vulture would swoop down again and tear his liver apart. The story says that though Prometheus was suffering every day, he was happy with the contributions that he made to humanity. Because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't prosper and they'd stay cold in their caves and probably die out with any of the powers of the gods. That's the story. Thank you.